A mysterious disappearance in the ravines of Tenerife. When 19-year-old Jay Slater vanished in the rugged hills of Tenerife, the story instantly captured headlines across the UK and beyond. A young man, on holiday with friends, stepping out into the early morning hours, and then nothing. His final WhatsApp messages hinted at confusion and urgency. His last known location? A remote stretch of terrain not known for foot traffic or mobile reception. But now, weeks into the mystery, a dramatic new development has emerged. An investigator working independently of Spanish authorities claims to have an audio recording that could change everything. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The investigator who stepped into the shadows. Derek Ward, a former UK-based private investigator with more than 25 years in missing persons and surveillance work, has stepped forward with astonishing claims. He says he was contacted by the Slater family only days after Jay's disappearance, and that he's uncovered several pieces of evidence that Spanish authorities have flatly ignored. At the center of his explosive claim is a 10-second audio recording obtained via a third-party source that Ward says may be the key to unlocking Jay's fate. This isn't just some random noise or poor-quality clip, Ward says. This is a chilling, momentary recording that raises a lot of red flags. It's either Jay himself or someone directly involved in what happened to him. According to Ward, the recording contains the sound of heavy breathing, muffled talking, and what appears to be a scream or shout followed by silence. No official confirmation of the tape's authenticity has been made, but the Slater family has reportedly listened to it, and were visibly shaken. They're not listening, a frustrated search for truth. Ward's frustration with the Spanish authorities runs deep. He claims that the audio recording, obtained through what he describes as a confidential contact near the Masca area, was offered to Guardia Civil officers conducting the search, but they refused to even plug in a USB stick. They were dismissive from the start, Ward alleges. They're treating this like a runaway tourist who got lost, not like a potential abduction or worse. There are things they don't want to investigate. And I have to ask, why? The family has echoed these sentiments. Jay's mother, Debbie Duncan, previously criticized Spanish officials for turning down offers of help from British law enforcement. Now, with this new potential evidence, the family feels increasingly alienated from the official investigation. The timeline, reconstructing Jay's last movements. Jay Slater was last seen on the morning of June 17, after attending a music festival with friends in Playa de las Americas. Witnesses say he left the area around 5 a.m. to go to an Airbnb in the remote Northwest Hills near Masca with two men he had just met. What happened next is murky. His last known message to a friend said he was trying to walk back to town, a 10-hour journey through some of the island's most treacherous terrain. Ward, however, believes this version of events doesn't add up. You don't walk off into the mountains without water, phone charge, or a clear plan, unless you're running from something, or someone is misleading you, he says. He believes Jay may never have made that walk at all. Audio analysis. This clip is not nothing. The audio clip, which Ward claims was captured by someone in the Masca area around the time of Jay's disappearance, was sent anonymously through a file-sharing app. Ward had it analyzed by a UK-based audio forensic expert, who, while not making any definitive claims, said the recording deserves further professional analysis. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. According to Ward, the expert described the sound as consistent with someone in distress in a rocky or cavernous area, pointing to a faint echo pattern consistent with cliffs or ravines. It might not be a smoking gun, Ward concedes, but if we're trying to find a young man lost, or possibly harmed, every clue matters. He has since offered the audio file to multiple UK media outlets and uploaded a spectrograph breakdown to private investigative networks, hoping someone else might recognize the voice or environment. Silence from authorities, a pattern or protocol? The Spanish police's lack of engagement with the audio evidence is not the only concern. Ward claims there were delays in collecting CCTV, inconsistencies in interviewing witnesses, and even a failure to properly document calls made from Jay's mobile. I know for a fact that his phone pinged 3 distinct towers in a pattern that suggests he may have been in a vehicle, not walking, Ward alleges. Why was this data not prioritized? Why are they stuck on the hiking narrative? Spanish police have remained largely tight-lipped, citing an ongoing investigation, but critics argue that their lack of transparency is eroding public trust and possibly costing precious time. Digital trails, deleted messages and online footprints. In a strange twist, Jay's friends noted that some of his social media content was deleted around the time of his disappearance, including Snapchat stories and TikTok drafts. Ward is investigating whether someone could have accessed Jay's accounts after he vanished, raising suspicions of a third party trying to cover digital tracks. That's no coincidence, he says. Someone knew what they were doing. Jay's disappearance was not just a matter of him getting lost. There's more, and someone's hiding it. Local rumors and witness intimidation. Ward also reports that locals in Masca are hesitant to speak. Some were willing to talk, but later pulled out. One woman claimed she heard yelling in the early morning hours, then suddenly went silent and said she'd said too much already. He believes the area may be home to unreported criminal activity, possibly involving illegal rentals or drug trade, and that Jay could have stumbled into something dangerous. He was a tourist, a foreigner, and possibly in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's not an accident. That's a motive, Ward says gravely. The family's desperate plea, we just want the truth. Debbie Duncan has made multiple appeals to both the UK and Spanish governments, calling for a joint task force to be created. As hope dwindles with every passing day, she's pinning her faith on people like Ward, and this mysterious audio clue. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't know what's on that recording, she recently said in a tearful interview, but if it has anything to do with Jay, if he's calling out or if he's scared, then it needs to be heard. It needs to be taken seriously. Growing public pressure. Public sentiment in both the UK and Spain is shifting. Online forums, Facebook groups, and Reddit threads are buzzing with theories, some conspiratorial, others rooted in genuine concern. Thousands have signed petitions demanding international cooperation, while hashtags like #JusticeForJay and #WhereIsJaySlater continue to trend. A crowdfunding page has raised more than £50,000 to support private search efforts, including hiring drone teams and canine units. Yet with no new leads from official sources, the public's faith lies increasingly in private hands. A race against time, this case cannot go cold. Ward says he's continuing to push forward, with plans to hire thermal imaging drones to search uncharted parts of the ravine. He also claims a second anonymous tipster has come forward, someone who says they overheard an argument the night Jay vanished. Whether the Spanish authorities will reconsider his evidence remains to be seen, but Ward is determined. Jay Slater didn't just vanish into thin air. Someone knows what happened. And if the system won't act, we will. Closing thoughts, truth echoes, even in silence. Jay Slater's story has now crossed beyond a missing persons case. It is becoming a symbol of what can happen when digital footprints, silence, and official stonewalling collide. If Ward's audio recording is real, and if it does capture Jay's final moments, then the question becomes not just what happened, but why it was ignored. As the sun continues to rise and set over the misty cliffs of Masca, the hills may be holding on to secrets they've yet to surrender. But with the determination of investigators like Ward, and the unwavering hope of a grieving family, perhaps the echoes will finally speak. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.